Hello everybody, welcome back to the Disabled Life Coach. This is my channel. I'm Vince, the Disabled Life Coach, so yeah, welcome to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about kind of like the mindset that we have as disabled people. Like I know when, like, for example, when I was going through a lot of stuff in my 20s and stuff, like I was pretty much gave up on life, and I was I was at a stage where I just lost my job and I didn't know what to do with life, and I had chosen to go on disability, so I went on disability. But as far as actually having hope that I would actually do something to accomplish something with my life, I didn't have any hope for that at all. So we're talking about major depression that goes along with disabilities, having disabilities, living with disabilities, and we're talking about how to have hope, how to get out of the depression, and how to build hope for yourself as a disabled individual. Hope is powerful. When we have hope, it gives us a sense of that everything is going to be all right. Even in the hardest times, if we have hope, it's a good thing. It really helps morale and everything like that, and it can help your mood and everything. So having hope is huge, and so that's something that I lived without. I was hopeless for many years, most of my life actually. So I would like to talk about that. So yeah, just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna open up my kombucha and take a drink. Okay, so regarding hopelessness, I can only talk about my own personal experience. So everybody's individual experience is going to be different, but in my experience, once I kind of realized that because of my disability, I'm not going to be able to drive. Once I realized that because of my disability, I'm not going to be able to live a normal life like most people do. I'm not going to be able to work as much as other people do. And, to me, that was very depressing to me. The fact that I basically would live a life that was totally different than most of society. But what really made it difficult is knowing that I wouldn't be able to live the life that I want to live, right? Because we all want to do certain things. We all have desires that we want to accomplish in life, and every single person that's born has a desire to do something special and significant with their life, right? So not being able to take action on those desires kind of it really messed with me. It really put me in a bad state. So that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about today, how to kind of get out of that state. So because I could go on about that state all day long, but it's not helpful. So how do we get out of that state of hopelessness and like, feeling like stuck, basically? Because that's what it came down to for me. I felt stuck, like holy crap, I can't make anything work out with my life, like I'm totally screwed no matter what I do. It's just pointless, right? That's how I would imagine most disabled people feel, just totally hopeless and pointless, and that can cause depression and all that stuff, right? So for this one, well, we need to kind of understand that that we can do more than we think we can do, right? If you would have asked me a year ago what I thought I was capable of doing, or the life that I was capable of having, that I thought the life that I thought I was capable of having, versus if you ask me now, those things would be two different things. So basically, I'm trying to kind of, get this thing kind of understand what I'm saying here. So anyway, because I tend to ramble. So anyway, so you're basically in this state of hopelessness, and so something to realize is that you're capable of doing more than you think you can, definitely. And even if you're not capable of doing something today, that doesn't mean that you're going to be incapable of doing that for the rest of your life. Now, you may be incapable of doing that for the rest of your life, but that doesn't make it set in stone. You can do things to work around it or change it, for example, or different things. So there's different things that you can do. I even heard of a story of a paraplegic, I think. He was a paratrooper and he got injured in a skydiving accident, and his chute opened too late and he injured his spine and became a paraplegic. Well, he ended up doing yoga and just practicing yoga every single day for years, and he ended up getting better. He ended up healing the nerves, the damaged nerves and everything in his body, and he was able to walk again. And that's such a powerful, example of what is possible. Guys, the only thing that's not possible is what you determine in your mind as not being possible. Because, for example, I thought that I was going to be, just spending the rest of my life on disability, living with my mother, which, who wants that, right? But, not being able to live the life I want, not being able to date, not being able to, have my own individual life. But now I'm dating, I'm looking for my own place. I am, I'm living as independently as I can possibly live. I'm getting therapy. I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do. So those are just examples of what's possible with this. So, so how do we get outside of the state of depression? Well, we got to realize and know that things don't have to be the way that they always were. Things can change, things can improve, and it's just the negative mindset that keeps us in the state of saying that we're permanently screwed over because of our current state. But I'm here to tell you, if you keep on working at towards the things that you want, you will be able to achieve them. It might take you 10 years, it might take you forever, but you will be able to make progress and achieve that. So, as far as getting out of depression, that's the first step. Just knowing that your past and your present do not have to determine your future. I'll say that again. Your past and your present do not have to determine your future. Just because you had this experience of what life was like in the past and what life is like in the present for you does not mean that that's going to be your future. Okay? If somebody would have told me that, 10 years ago, that would have helped, right? So yeah, just, I guess, remaining hopeful that, that things can improve and will improve. It might take forever. It might take a long, long time before things improve. But if you keep on working at it, then things will improve. And, the time is going to go by anyway. So you might as well work on improving yourself rather than just being depressed and being a victim and all that. It's not a fun place to be. So, yeah. So the second step, I would say, is learn or, figure out what your goals are for life. Figure out what your dreams are in life. As my mentor would say, figure out what your soul desire is, what your soul purpose is, your soul desire. And then go after that not like everything depends on it, So for example, I have a desire to, live on the beach in, I don't know, Hawaii and Australia. Australia is not looking so hot nowadays for obvious reasons, but but yeah, just tropical island, living on a tropical island, having a girlfriend and fishing all day, fishing, going kayaking, things like that. So that's my personal, dream, and I'm working towards that. And I am, I would say a good 10-20% of the way there from what I was, so that's progress. And now this is just a 1 year into my journey, but it's progress. So step 2 would be identify what your soul desire is or what your dreams are for life, and pursue those ruthlessly. Pursue those ruthlessly, because that's what really matters in life, is going after what you want to do. And for someone who, let's say, is in a wheelchair, who wants to do, water skiing or, things like that, wakeboarding, that might seem like a pretty impossible thing, but you would actually be surprised. You could even invent like a new kind of sport for disabled people or whatever. But I mean, the point is, if you go towards something, your desire, and there's no like clear-cut road to get there, then just taking one step at a time will bring you there. So for example, my desire to live in Hawaii and live on the beach with my girlfriend and and fish all day and kayak all day and all that good stuff. Back maybe a year ago, I would have said that that's a pipe dream. That's pretty freaking impossible. But right now, it's not looking so far away. I'm already, I'm dating girls. I'm getting my own place soon. So, yeah, it's it's just a matter of time before I'm able to kind of afford that and move there. So, so as far as like your soul desire or your dream kind of thing, that's something that you're going to have to really dig deep within to find, because most people, like, if you ask them what it is they wanted to do when they were a kid, or what their soul desire is, they probably wouldn't be able to tell you or be able to remember even what they wanted to do as a kid, or kind of what they want to do as a soul desire kind of thing. So anyway, but yeah, so number 2 is dream. Don't be afraid to dream. And I even have meditation on this. It's available if you go to take the self-transformation challenge up there in the yellow or orange box thing. Yeah, so go check that out. And I have a bunch of links for my products and my services and all that good stuff. You can check those out below. They're in the description. So yeah, like, for example, I'll probably do a whole video on this, but I just want to touch on this in this one. It's just like how to go about manifesting your soul desire or your dreams as a disabled person when you think it's impossible, right? There's no clear-cut path to getting where you want to go. You're right. Or at least I would say for 90% of you, or 90% of us, that's it's a very individual path, because we have these individual limitations that we all have, and they're all very, very specific to us and very individualized and things like that. So actually getting to where you want to go, getting to live your soul desire, I would say just take one step at a time. Just do one thing at a time. Just doing one thing every single day towards that soul desire is enough. So one of the things that I suggest when people take my program up here is to write down a list of, like, well, you want to write down what you actually want in life, what your soul desire is, and basically that's just soul desire. All that means is what you want in life. Like, what kind of life do you want? If you could do anything, what kind of life would you live? That's the soul desire. So you're going to write down your soul desire, and actually I would encourage you to meditate on that. Spend a few days, meditating on that, and see what comes up. It might be at first, oh, I've got to make money, I've got to, become rich, become famous, become whatever it is, right? That's the programming that's trying to impress others, right? To prove to others that you're, valuable and whatever. But once you get past that, what'll come up is things from your soul. Like, I want to become a ballerina, things like that. So or I want to become a musician, I want to become a drummer or a painter, things like that. Whatever that is for you. So you're going to write down your soul desire, and basically what you want to do is write down a list of as many things as possible that you can think of that will move you towards your soul desire. Okay? So let's say you want to move to Hawaii. Okay? You're going to write down, step 1, start looking for apartments or Airbnbs or whatever in Hawaii. Start pricing them, and start looking for what areas would you live in, start putting all these pieces together, and then you'll eventually get there. So even if it's one day you're just going to Google search top 5 towns in Hawaii or whatever, things like that. So it can be simple or it can be more in-depth, but the point is to do everything, to do at least one thing every day to help you accomplish your soul desire. So once you start doing that, once you're operating from your soul, once your soul sees you operating from your soul, then, or the universe sees you operating from your soul, then that's when the universe is going to say, oh, hey, this guy, look at him. He's actually operating from the soul, and we're going to help him. We're going to give him the assistance, the resources that he needs to accomplish that. So that's what the universe does when you operate from your soul. Okay? So, and yeah. Another thing that really helped me with my depression and all that, as I was going through that, was doing spiritual practices. So like doing yoga, doing Qigong, doing meditations, doing mantras, things like that. Those things really help in a big way, and it's not after doing them for months that you'll be able to start to see some real effects. But once you do them, then you're going to really see that impact in your life. So those need to be daily habits for you if you choose to do them, which I highly recommend. Qigong, basically, that's like pretty much anybody could do that. As long as your arms work, you can do Qigong, so it's very easy too. The Qigong that I teach is so easy. Very simple movements. It's not like anything complex or advanced. It's just very simple. So, alright guys, so, you can check that out up here at the Self-Transformation Challenge. Once again, the links are down below too. And so, I guess I'll wrap this video up by saying, if you would like a life coaching session with me, then you can go ahead and go to patreon.com/GableTheShaman to get a life coaching session with me. You can also get the self-transformation course, and if you get that course, then the Cosmic Qigong is included with that, but you can just get the Cosmic Qigong program on its own too. So yeah, and then I also have a if you're interested in doing like Vedic astrology reading, My Vedic astrology readings are currently 30% off at vincent.thunderwizard.com. And so you can check out patreon.com/GabbaTheShaman or vincent.thunderwizard.com to check out those. Or, just look at my links down below in the description. Okay, guys, so hope this video turns out okay. I know it's getting a little dark out, and so alright guys, so we'll talk to you later. Peace. Have a good one.